Hello, everyone. Today's lesson is going to be on the during reading strategy called visualizing. The learning target for today's lesson is I can visualize text that I am reading by making images or movies in my mind. We're going to be practicing this during reading strategy explicitly, which means I will be giving you some direct instruction on it. We're going to practice with a picture book, and then we'll probably practice with your choice novels. However, we will be using this during reading strategy throughout the school year. At times, especially when we read the novel A Christmas Carol, I will use it to reassess how you are using this strategy as we read aloud that text. This strategy can be used with literature, such as short stories or novels, even poems, and it can also be used with informational text, so text that you might read about history or science. It's a very easy during reading strategy to implement. You just actually need to do it. I'm hoping also that this strategy might help you when you are administered standardized testing, such as the NWEAs or even next year for PSATs. Maybe making images and movies of what you're reading will help you comprehend the text better. So, visualizing is actually making pictures or movies in your mind. This is where the five senses come into play. And it's not always all five senses, but this is where you can actually see in your mind what you're reading. You can feel within you what you have read, especially emotions. And it's almost a series of pictures, like a comic or a graphic novel in your mind, or it's like rolling a movie, making a movie. But you really want to focus on what you see, what you hear, what you smell, or what you think it would smell like. That's based on your prior knowledge. What you taste and how you feel. So again, some of you may absolutely love the movie portrayal of a book. Sometimes, for instance, Lord of the Rings, I absolutely love the trilogy in a movie format as opposed to the book. However, there are many movies that I do not like as well as the book. One of those examples is the Harry Potter series. I liked the movies, don't get me wrong. However, reading the books absolutely gave me more details than I got for myself while watching the movies. So some of you really look at this. When you go to high school, there's often visual arts classes you can take. They do TATV, and I'm sure other schools do television as well, and you make videos. So really try to work on this skill. It's like making a motion picture, kind of putting it in frames, the sequence of events, the characters, and really focusing on those sensory details to help you form that image in your mind. Okay, I'm going to ask you to do some sketching after you read. So for example, we'll be reading a picture book and I will have you periodically stop, or even at the end of the picture book, sketch what you were visualizing. Obviously, a movie has many, many scenes, so I'm not asking you to draw the whole entire movie on paper. What I am going to ask you to do is just try to put down, no matter what the book shows, what you were seeing as you were reading, like synthesizing, putting those pictures together into one. Now, the key thing is, I am not an artist, okay? I'm creative, but my drawings never come out the way that it looks in my mind. So for example, I drew this picture after reading my novel series that I'm reading. And it was supposed to be of, well, a woman that can channel. So she has magical powers, and she channeled a slice in the world where you can come through. It's like a portal. And on the other side of that portal was a farmhouse, and there were soldiers coming. So again, trust me, I'm not looking for, did you shade in the elements correctly? Or, she doesn't have an elbow there. Or is it drawn to scale? I'm just trying to get you to share colors, scenes, images that help you make the movies in your mind. So please, this is not graded on artistic ability. It's graded on how many details did you include to the best of your ability in your sketch. Along with sketching, though, I am going to have you do some journal entries. And we are going to have some sentence starters to help us with these entries. So, for example, these are a variety of sentence starters when I ask you to think and write about your visualizing. You can use a sentence beginning with, I'm seeing, or the picture in my head is. The next one is my mental images. If this were a movie, when the author said blank, it really helped me visualize blank. And when I read blank, I saw blank in my mind. So again, these are just for reference at future times when we are using the during reading strategy of visualizing in our ELA notebooks for journal writing. Sometimes you may want to, even if I'm not asking it, but sketch out what you saw in your mind and then use that sketch to help you fill in the rest of these sentence starters. This can be a really fun and kind of relaxing during reading strategy, as long as we don't get all stressed out about our artistic ability and forgetting all the details. It's not trying to make it so perfect when you compare it to the text. It's just getting you to see what you're reading in your head. When you close your eyes, can you see that character? Can you see the events that are going on? Do you see colors? If not, why? Maybe there weren't colors. Maybe it was a gray day out. So I look forward to working with you on this during reading strategy.